Hi, ladies and gentlemen, and little ladies and little gentlemen. My name is Lucas Matty, and I'm here with my band. But we brought you a little treat. One of our good friends from down by the Oklahoma border, Mr. Traffas from Medicine Lodge, Kansas, is going to open the show up for us, and we're going to let him play a couple songs, and then we'll be up here in a bit. We'll have some fireworks. I'm sure we're going to have some dancing, and I hope you guys have a great time. So thank you all for coming out and supporting the community.
Busted my knuckles on the side of my combine, Massey Ferguson broken down again. I took it out on that bearing with a 9-pound sledge in the force of a South Kansas wind. I could feel the straw popping and drying in the sun. We'll be ready to go before long. When the dew lifts up, I'll climb right on up in the cab where I belong. I'm cutting wheat on the old home place. The bushels keep rolling in. Another round on a red dirt farm. I'll steer it straight to the wind. Then I'm going round and round till the bin gets full. Back and forth with the engine whine. We terrace and corner, we'll keep that line. I'm living 24 feet at a time. Order up another thermos of coffee to keep my eyes from shutting down. Caffeine and nicotine, the only diet for me as the shadows grow long on the ground. The dirt red sun looks as tired as I do. The jib hills, they put it to sleep. I turn on my lights, throw in a chew, and put the header back in the weeds. Cut the wheat on the old home place. Bushels keep rolling in. Another round on a red dirt farm. We'll steer it straight to the wind. I'm going round and round till the bin gets full. Back and forth with the engine whine. We terrace and corner and keep that line. I'm living 24 feet at a time. Put a hole in the block of that big red combine in the summer of 2003. As I walked to the truck, I broke down and cried. That machine was like a brother to me. All my friends said, go green and buy a John Deere. I told them they could go straight. In June the next year, my age 60 and me, we came a pulling, rolling back in the field to cut the wheat on the old home place. The bushels keep rolling in. Another round on a red dirt farm. We'll steer it straight to the wind. I'm going round and round till the bin gets full. Back and forth with the engine whine. Be terrace and corner, we'll keep that line. I'm living 24 feet at a time. 24 feet at a time. 24 feet. 24 feet at a time. Thanks so much, Weskan. This is a great community you have out here, and on a wonderful night. My name is Traffas. Thanks to Lucas for the introduction, and thanks to the Lucas Matty and the Kansas Cartel for inviting me to come on the trip with them. Last night, Lucas and I played a song swap in Norton, Kansas, and we were introducing our songs as we went along and what they were about and everything. And this lady came up to me at a break and she says, "You only write sad songs about women," and she wondered if I was having women problems. And so I'm going to get this out of the way first. This is the first song I wrote about my wife. It's called "What's Wrong with Me." It's always easy, nobody's perfect. In solitude, comfort plays long. It's again by the slightest defect, and there's nothing about you that I can find to push you away. And I'm scared to death I might decide to let you stay. It's crazy how I'm trying to set you free. There's something wrong with you, 'cause I know all that's wrong with me. I'm pretty bad at finding things right. It's never easy, these things that I do. In company comes a nervous night. It's always refrained, but not with you. And there's nothing about you that I can find to push you away. And I'm scared to death I might decide to let you stay. It's crazy how I'm trying to set you free. There's something wrong with you, 'cause I know all that's wrong with me. Self-deprecate to cope with what I am. I never believed I'd placate that within. And there's nothing about you that I can find to push you away. And I'm scared to death I might decide to let you stay. It's crazy how I'm trying like hell to set you free. There's something wrong with you, 'cause I know all that's wrong with me. This next song is the most recent song that I've written. Wrote it almost a year ago, I think, in about 2 hours, and then I realized that it was just not quite there. It was good, I was happy about it, but I called my friend Lucas Matty and I said, hey, let's get a co-write on this deal, and he helped me put it over the top. And so this is our song. It's called Game Theory Sound, and it's about being so wrapped up in somebody, and you think about what you're gonna do next time you see her, and how you're gonna play it out, and everything you're gonna say and do and think and act, and it just never works out that way when it happens. And so it's called Game Theory Sound. Look at me play these chords conjured up the night before. Couldn't sleep, so I wrote them down like I had something to answer for. It's a commodity song, but for the only girl, and with these words I implore. Look at me play these chords conjured up the night before. Look at me hold this door strong and firm like a secret handshake. I pray you notice me, not how my nervous hands can shake. Because inside I'm insecure, wound up so tight I ache. Look at me hold this door strong and firm like a secret handshake. But I close my eyes, running through my mind. I'm gonna act and what I'm gonna say. A game theory sound, each scenario plan, but it never happens that way. Happens that way. throw it back, never toss it back in the brook. There are nights I stay awake wishing at me you'd only look. Look at me, hold your gaze like a fish caught on my hook. When I close my eyes, running through my mind, I'm gonna act and what I'm gonna say. My game theory sound each scenario plan, but it never happens that way. No, it never happens that way. There's a hole in the wall shaped just like me. When I learn where you are, I hear where you'll be. I cannot follow fast enough when you leave. When you turn around, I cannot speak. Not a single word can I speak. Look at me, wish you could see me the way I want you to. Standing strong, insecurity's gone, a vision in your view. But if I can't turn your gaze to me at all, what can I do? Look at me, wish you could see me the way I want you to. I close my eyes, running through my mind. I'm gonna act and what I'm gonna say. My game theory sound each scenario plan, but it never happens that way. No, it never happens that way. Thanks. Well, I hear the coyotes calling, their melancholy it pierces the night. Well, I feel the wheat fields waving, calling me in their collective spite. And I know tomorrow morning fate will dictate my part. And I never believed in fate, 'cause I know the coyote's heart. You're 200 miles away on the other side of the state, and I'm going round and round in a wheat field to beat the rain. The sun goes down, it won't matter much. We'll keep on cutting till the straw gets tough, and I'll be free when we get through. Head back to town and back to you. Outside the chaff is blowing, inside my muscles ache. Outside the sun is setting, in it I see your face. I'll be damned if I left before this harvest moon assumes a crescent shape. I'd hit the road with the hammer down, if only I could. These fetters breaking. You're 200 miles away on the other side of the state, and I'm going round and round in a wheat field to beat the rain. The sun goes down, it won't matter much. We'll keep on cutting till the straw gets tough, and I'll be free when we get through. Head back to town and back to you. I see the storm clouds rolling, Oklahoma's gift, the rain. And I see the weather unlike you, never minded the grain. The squall line across my field, it moves just like your life crossed mine. As I unroll that tarp, I think I should have been done in time, but you're 200 miles away on the other side of the state, and I'm going round and round in a wheat field to beat the rain. The sun goes down, it won't matter much. We'll keep on cutting till the straw gets tough, and I'll be free when we get through. And back to town and back to you. I'll be free when we get through. And back to town and back to you. Got just a few more songs here before we turn loose the Lucas Maddie experience. My band is the Aaron Traffas Band, and we have just recently finished recording our second CD that we will be putting out hopefully as soon as I can do all the paperwork. And this is my favorite song on the new album. It's called Lonely Mrs. Me. It's about wanting to be inspired and wanting to be better and wanting to have a reason to do so and to get excited about it. Rain so hard it's through the door. It melts the snow from the night before. I change the station, I turn the wheel. Seasons come and people go, headphones and scarecrows amidst the snow. But I've got wounds that the radio won't heal. We'll call the tails and flip the coin. Before it falls, you know I'm going. Every teardrop falls only one time, and each of us is incomplete. And for the ghosts we'll never meet, but try to capture and never leave a sign. Sometimes I miss lonely on the backside of the year. The trees lose their colors, and I want to be inspired by a song when the words appear in the air, unlike the others you've loved before. So lonely misses me more. Watching all the passers-by and judge against the autumn sky. Superficial magistrates. The summer when I said it right, you know I always love the lights. The snowflakes can't do much to replicate. Sometimes I miss lonely on the backside of the year. The trees lose their colors. Words appear in the air, unlike the others you've loved before. So lonely misses me more. And every time it feels brand new, the way your eyes bring shame to blue. They're clear when a sky can learn a thing or two. There's a north wind blows cold, and the sun sinks all alone. The trees lose their colors, and I want to be inspired by a song when the words appear in the air, unlike the others you've loved before. So lonely misses me more. Rain so hard it's through the door, melts the snow from the night before. I change the station, and I turn the wheel. Thanks. I don't know about you guys up here in west central Kansas, but back home where I'm from, which is south central Kansas, there's a lot of crazy farmers around, and this is kind of as a songwriter, you write a whole bunch of one-liners about things you see and experience on the farm, and you mash them up together and build what we in the industry call a landfill song, which is what this song is. It's a song about a crazy farmer, and it may be somewhat, but just tiny bit autobiographical. It's called Fence Post. Well, the fence post doesn't know your name, and the barbed wire still rusts in the rain. I tell my troubles to the bull that he's got his cows, and the dirt road goes on out of sight, and the stars come out, but they've got their lights, and none of them seem to care where you are now. When you left me to fend all by myself, I found some cowgirls all in good health, but none of them ever thought as well as you. So I gave them up and bought a farm, and now I'm thinking that these arms will never get to hold anybody new. Another post goes into the hole I dug, and I look at my dog and he gives me a shrug. He says, Aaron, you're hearing voices in your head, but it's your voice that I'm hearing all the time, like a record player skipping in my mind. I still recall every word you ever said. And the fence post doesn't know your name, and the barbed wire it still rusts in the rain. I tell my troubles to the bull that he's got his cows, and the dirt road goes on out of sight, and the stars come out, but they've got their light, and none of them seem to care where you are now. I get in my combine and drive away to the top terrace, calling from across the waterway. I think I would write a song with my pad and pen. Like this one time, I had a good rhyme, but I left it behind, cause it was all in my mind, just like the thought of ever seeing you again. My truck runs like an old lame dog, and I would be living high if I could find a hog, and the wheels in my mind keep turning like a wobble box. I should drink a lot, cause that makes sense, but I can't, because all of your money is spent. I auctioned all of your stuff, and I went and I bought a box of rocks. And the fence post doesn't know your name, and the barbed wire it still rusts in the rain. I tell my troubles to the bull that he's got his cows, and the dirt road goes on out of sight, and the stars come out, but they've got their light, and none of them seem to care where you are now. I should spend my time taking pills if I could only afford those pharmacy bills. I think I'll just sit at home and just stare at the cracks. And the fence post doesn't know your name, and the barbed wire it still rusts in the rain. I tell my troubles to the bull, he's got his cows, and the dirt road goes on out of sight, and the stars come out, but they've got their light, and none of them seem to care where you are now. None of them seem to care where you are now. That's a fence post. I'm going to do one more tune for you. This is the song that's gotten the most radio play for me, at least back home anyway. Wrote this song with a good friend of mine, Chris Guerin, the old bass player for the Aaron Traffas band. We wrote it in a basement bar in Aggieville, Manhattan, Kansas, at the bottom of Annie Mae's parlor. It's called Red Dirt Farm. Sunrise and a little bit left. There's not too much to tell about, except for lawmakers and bankers like a street gang trying to push us out. But auctioneer, he keeps driving by. Daddy said it would get this way. I'm just as proud of my Kansas farm as I am of my last name. Well, I spend my days fixing fence that question my significance. I work the land where I was born. I'm growing milo, wheat, and corn. I plow and plant and fertilize. I'm cursed by the women, the weeds, and the rye. The only time I see the lights of town is on Friday nights when the sun goes down. I work these fields until I'm dead, round and round the old homestead with calloused hands. These two arms will never leave the red dirt farm. Well, there's a long stretch of blacktop near the holler that I call home. There's 80 acres and a corner post my grandfather said long ago. The weak and the rusty wires on the fence fall down while that post still stands. They can take the cattle and the ground from me, but they'll never take my daddy's brand. Well, I spend my days fixing fence that question my significance. I work the land where I was born. I'm growing milo, wheat, and corn. I plow and plant and fertilize. I'm cursed by the women, the weeds, and the rye. The only time I see the lights of town is on Friday nights when the sun goes down. I work these fields until I'm dead, round and round the old homestead with calloused hands. And these two arms, I'll never leave the red dirt farm. The elevated girls make harvest worthwhile. I pull across her scales, she gives me a smile. I watch her skinny legs in the mirror as she probes my load. She writes her age on the ticket, and I'm back on the road. Again, folks, my name is Traffas. Thank you so much for being so supportive and clapping to original, local, live Kansas country music. If you've never heard Lucas, Maddie, and the Kansas Cartel, you're up for one big show tonight. I hope you enjoy them. You can pick up most of the songs I played tonight on my CD that I have for sale tonight. It's called Dirt Red Sun. I'd love to make you a deal after the show. But get ready for Lucas, Maddie, and the Kansas Cartel. Well, I spend my days fixing fence that question my significance. I work the land where I was born. I'm growing milo, wheat, and corn. I plow and plant and fertilize. I'm cursed by the women, the weeds, and the rye. The only time I see the lights of town is on Friday nights when the sun goes down. I work these fields until I'm dead, round and round the old homestead with calloused hands. And these two arms